Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make this amazing smothered chuck roast beef in the oven. To get started, I marinated my beef ahead of time and I'll show you how I did it in just a few minutes. I have some beef broth here, some butter, flour. I'll be using some browning for color. I have some brown sugar, some tomato sauce, and here are my vegetables that I'll be using today. I also have some garlic and onions, some seasoned salt, chicken bouillon, complete seasoning, and black pepper. So basically what I did was wash my beef thoroughly. That's by choice. If you don't want to wash yours, that's okay. Here I have some green seasoning, sazon, black pepper, seasoned salt, paprika, complete seasoning, and bouillon. So basically, I just went in with a knife and poked some holes throughout my beef so that all the marinade could get all up in there and, it won't be bland. Then I combined all of my seasonings real well, and this is what I used as the marinade for my beef. Next, I went ahead and coat the beef real well with half of the seasoning mixture, and I left the other half to marinate my vegetables. Once the beef is nicely marinated, we will allow it to sit for a few hours. If you can allow this to go overnight, that would be perfect. But let it sit as long as possible, and then I'll show you guys the next step. And these are my vegetables I'll be using today. I have here some red skin potatoes. What I'd like to do is just slice a little piece of the skin off so that, the seasoning can actually penetrate into the potatoes. So I have onions, bell peppers, some Brussels sprouts, some carrots, and the potatoes. And like I said, I use the other half of my seasoning to just marinate. So now let's go ahead and start the cooking process. Here I have some flour, and I like to lightly coat the beef in this flour just to get a nice sear on the beef. Since we have marinated it with a kind of a wet marinade, you want it to be dry as possible. So you want to coat it in the flour and then place it into a hot skillet. Allow it to sear on both sides, then remove and place it into your favorite baking dish. So now to the same skillet, we will add our butter, allow that to melt, and then in with our minced onions and garlic. Give that a stir and allow to go for about 2 minutes or so before we add our flour. Mix the flour until it's well combined, and then we will, allow it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes or so, cooking away that raw taste, and then we'll add our beef broth. Once the beef broth is added, we'll add our seasoning to add flavor and taste. Then in with our browning for color. We will also add our tomato sauce. And I like to add a tad bit of brown sugar just to add balance to the dish. Once everything is very well combined, we'll allow it to come up to a simmer. Once it thickens up, we will turn our heat off and get ready to assemble the entire dish. Once your gravy thickens up, it will look and smell absolutely divine. Now I could pour this over top of some rice right now and just dig in, but we'll hold off until the meal is done. Now you want to pour that gravy over your beef and vegetables. Now I chose to use a small baking dish and that was a mistake, but for future reference, make sure that you use a big enough dish that all your vegetables and beef can be fully saturated. Next, you want to preheat your oven to 350, cover this, place it in the oven, and forget about it for 3 to 4 hours. Once we check it, it should be fully done and we can enjoy. After about 3.5 hours, I am now checking this, and as I poke my fork, the meat is just basically falling apart. Look at that, guys. This is exactly how you want your oven roasted beef. Tender, juicy, and super flavorful. Now we will take a spoon and just drizzle that yummy gravy over top of that beef, and we will pull it apart and get ready to plate it up. And here you have it, my version of oven roasted beef. Or I like to say smothered beef because it has been smothered in that yummy gravy. I did serve mine with some rice because I love rice and it paired really well. But you can just have this as it is with just the potatoes and the vegetables and enjoy. You could even put some mashed potatoes with it. The beef was so soft, tender, and melts in your mouth. I hope you all give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and leave a comment down below. I will leave all the ingredients in my description box, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching and enjoy.